It's your boy Salvaje. I'm back at it again with another Save the World video. This is going to be one of my discussion videos talking about my biggest worry with Fortnite Save the World, and that worry is that the game might be a little bit too boring. At least at the beginning, of course. Anyways, yeah guys, please use my supporter creator code. It's Salvaje. I would really appreciate that. Let's get started, right? So we know Save the World is going to be free either pretty soon or in about 85 years. And my biggest worry with the game is that honestly a lot of people are just going to get turned off by it because they actually don't want to put in the time to get to the level of play where Save the World is actually very enjoyable and very fun. I mean, I have a lot of hours in Fortnite Save the World. I really hope that when the Epic Game Store releases the feature that tracks your game hours, I can actually see how many hours I have in Save the World and not, you know, Battle Royale and Save the World combined. But I probably have, I don't know, maybe 500 plus hours. I wouldn't even be surprised if I'm around the 600s, okay? Long story short, I have been playing so much Save the World and I just never get bored of it. I talked about this on a previous video. And the reason for that is because at the beginning when I first started playing Save the World, I thought the game was really boring. I mean, you were standing in a base, you were just shooting zombies. The zombies didn't really give you any challenge at all whatsoever. The rewards that you got were pretty much useless. You were just progressing through a campaign that wasn't really as enjoyable. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I love the side campaigns that we have been getting, like the Storm and the Yard questline and the recent Tales of Beyond questline. I think those campaigns are way better than the actual main storyline of Save the World, at least when it comes down to Stonewood and Plankertown, because I think, you know, those two main storylines are just really boring. In a way, you're rebuilding home base, but you know, they just don't really capture my attention as much, and they don't really have a lot of characters. Again, like the recent side storylines that we have been getting, like Love Storm and the Tales of Beyond questline, which features heroes like Luna, for example, or Jess, which is one of my favorites. On top of all that, like I said earlier in the commentary, Plankerton, Stonewood, really boring. Not really a lot of challenge at those levels of play. You have to stand in an objective, you sort of build a little bit, and you just shoot enemies. On top of all that, I have a second account, as you guys know. That's where I do my Save the World University series, which, don't worry, I have a couple of videos from Save the World University dropping very soon. But long story short, Stonewood and Plankertown, for the most part, usually has an average of 1 to 2 leechers every single match. Not a lot of people are trying at the lower levels of play, and that's also going to turn off a lot of the you know, free players that are going to be playing Save the World, right? And despite the fact that, you know, there are going to be a lot of players that are, you know, really going to enjoy the game and they're going to stick it through, I'm just a little bit worried, right, about the success of Save the World still. Because we live in a day where, you know, the right, rational perspective doesn't really matter, and it's all about the group perspective. And I can already see it. You know, big streamers, they give Save the World a chance. They say, oh, it's boring. You just stand in the objective, you shoot zombies. That's what Save the World is all about. And in a way it is. You know, you do shoot zombies all the time, but it's about much more than that, right? It's about trying out new heroes. It's about trying out new weapons, leveling up specific weapons and heroes and traps. I mean, if you are someone that's interested in Fortnite Save the World, let me show you guys how complex Save the World is, specifically at the end game levels of play, at the satisfying levels of play. So what you guys are seeing in the background is gameplay of a trap tunnel, and trap tunnels actually that we had to set up for this mission that you guys are seeing in the background. And the reason for that is because the higher levels of play of Save the World don't just require you shooting zombies and that's it. No, it requires planning. It requires you being effective with the traps that the game has. It requires you being really effective on when you're going to be placing traps, when you're going to retreat so you don't instantly die, etc. It's a ton of fun. Alright, the end game of Save the World just astounds me because it's just very enjoyable. Save the World also gets updated every single week. And that's also one of the reasons why I just constantly keep playing it, why I constantly keep making content on it. And also, if you're a content creator as well, oh boy, is there a lot of content to cover in Fortnite Save the World. Like, I have some video ideas that other creators probably haven't thought about, and other creators have had ideas that I never even thought about. So I don't know, man. I'm really enjoying Save the World. And if you're someone that tries to enjoy Save the World, my advice to you is, if you find the game boring, then stick it through. Okay, stick it through. Get all the way up to Canny Valley. You know, that's when the game starts getting a little bit more challenging. Make sure that you invest time into actually improving at the game and learning a couple of tactics, because that's what's going to make the journey to the actual end game a fun and enjoyable ride. Because it definitely is a fun and enjoyable ride in my eyes when you get to the end game. And the hours that I've put into this game basically say that very loud and clear. I just wanted to make this video, share with you guys my thoughts on Save the World going free to play, my biggest worry, and just wanted to give some advice to players that, you know, are finding Save the World to be a bit boring, right? If you think Save the World is boring, yo, again, just stick it through, keep on playing, all right? Because this game is way deeper than people think it actually is. There's a lot of stuff to do here, a lot of ways to have fun, a lot of ways to also mess around, and a lot of ways to fulfill the power fantasy that role-playing games actually set out to do. Save the World does that perfectly. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, and of course, feel free to subscribe to join the Salvaje Cartel. Let me know what are your thoughts on Fortnite Save the World, my friends. Peace out.